Hello everyone, how are you doing this week? I am trying to hold my own, as we all are. I hope you're well, and we are talking about how books help us, how books save us, how books sometimes can get us through difficult times. Well, you might be having some difficulty getting a physical book because of these trying times. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about audiobooks. Many of you probably listen to books and enjoy it so much, but just in case there's a few of you who do not know that you can download free audiobooks from our webpage. If you don't have a library card and you live in Killingly, you can apply for a card online. And then your card becomes a PIN number on our webpage. You will see you have so many choices. It's a feast of riches for audiobooks on our webpage. It's very easy to use. You can use any device you have at home, phones, you can download. You can switch between devices that you have. It truly is a marvel. If you go on our webpage and you look for audiobooks, you'll see that it's a service called Libby. And Libby will walk you right through how to download onto your particular device. It's a wonderful service. And even on the Libby page, it shows you, it's a demonstration how to sign up the first time and how to download. So give that a try. I've been listening to books for years. I love the human voice. I love listening to radio more than TV. I really like the human voice. Some people are gifted with a beautiful voice, and some of the narrators in these books just bring the whole book to life. My favorite narrator is George Guidall. George Guidall has a fan club. George Guidall, it's Guidall. You can find him on internet. He gives interviews. He is absolutely marvelous. You listen to his books and it's like he's sitting in the room just reading to you. It's wonderful. A couple of the first books I started with years and years ago were young people's audiobooks. I remember them like yesterday. One by Kathleen Patterson is called Jip. And I remember listening to it. It's probably close to 30 years since I first listened to that. And I just love that story. Another one I listened to is Rebels of the Heavenly Kingdom. That's also a young person's book. I like some young people's books sometimes more than adult books. That book, it was just marvelous. Wonderful characters, and the narrator just brought it right home. There are a couple of books that I'm listening to right now, just to give you some food for thought on the variety. I'm listening, I keep one in my car and I keep one at home while you're doing your home housework or ironing and you're bored out of your mind. You can put one of these on. Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman, one of the most popular young adult and adult writers in living time. And he narrates the book, which is always very interesting. There was a recent bestseller by a famous personality that narrated his book. And I didn't finish listening to it. I listened to a disc or two. and his voice just drove me crazy. It was irritating to me. So everybody has their likes and dislikes with the human voice. I won't tell you who it is, but if you come into the library sometime, we can talk about it. I'm also listening to Death of Kings by Bernard Cornwell. The narrator, I think, is British. It's absolutely wonderful narration, and I love his stories. There was a Maeve Binchy book I listened to not long ago. We own it here at the library, and it's called Week in Winter. And the narrator has a beautiful, lilting Irish brogue. Do listen to that if you like. And I'm sure many of Maeve Binchy's books will be available on our website. So, you know who else you might want to try? Shakespeare plays. You can get different narrators and give that a try, and you might be surprised at the different take that the story assumes based on the narrator's skill. There's some audiobooks that have a full cast. Some famous ones, there's many by Stephen King, the Philip Pullman series for young people, Star Wars, and I think Gone Girl also has different speakers. Frankly, I don't like that approach. I much prefer just a single narrator, but that's me. So you could give that a try also. And just keep in mind too that audio is not just for stories. You could learn a language. You could listen for bird calls. Why not? And there's also some wonderful series on meditation. So those are just a few possibilities for those of you who have reread your physical books at home about 12 times and you want to try something different. You can do the audio books from our webpage without leaving your home, and you will become enchanted with those if you haven't tried them already. I hope you have a good week. Hang in there. And next week, we'll be talking about books. Take care of yourself.